why PlayStation felt like it was okay to lock down Spider-Man, but don't want Xbox to lock down Call of Duty. All right, so a really anti-consumer move on, just on their greed. They always been, popular and at the top, and then they really never cared about, the fan base really. It was moves built off of like earlier generations popularity that they're basically mooching off of. Like, okay, yeah, we know PS1 did okay, PS2 did okay, but PS3 I think did great, and PS4 did great. So we're still riding that wave of basically nobody really can tell us anything right now. So it boils down to now Xbox is pretty much calling the shots now, and PlayStation can't handle it. And that's just being real. Xbox made some messed up, pretty bad moves earlier in their generation, not really buying up a lot of studios to really compete. So that was pretty much Xbox downfall right there. Earlier in Xbox generation, they should at least had close to the same amount of studios. I heard some stories that they really weren't pretty much funding Xbox that much at the time to really buy up studios like that. Maybe they was building it up to this point to really see how far they can go, and then they came up with Game Pass for this generation. So it's really getting crazy. It's really a dogfight right now as to why PlayStation feel like, okay, we took Spider-Man and we ran with it. We pretty much stole Spider-Man and stole it off of Xbox, ran with it, and then through this big soiree, this big party, celebrating it about, oh, it's one of the top games in the world, this, that, and the third, and it's not their IP. They didn't create Spider-Man. That is a Marvel character that was on Xbox as well. All the great games, all the earlier days in Spider-Man, great days, and before it went exclusive on PlayStation, which I'm not mad about that. It went exclusive on PlayStation. It's just about how they did it. It's kind of like they did it and they like kind of threw it in all of the Xbox fanboys face, and just was like, haha, picking at them like, yeah, you wish you had this game, huh? You wish you had this game, right? You guys they already had some pretty cold exclusive games already. Uncharted of the world, God of War the world, Gran Turismo, Ratchet and Clank. They already had some bangers, and a whole lot more, a lot more that went exclusive, a lot more that went under the table, backdoor deals. They did a lot of time exclusive deals, and it was all fun and games all up until this one point right here. Should they make Call of Duty main title exclusive? Is something like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 exclusive, and keep multi-plat Warzone, because it's like a free-to-play game anyways. So do you go that way about it? That's still going to piss a lot of people off, because they're going to be like, okay, we don't even really care about Warzone like that no more. It's going to be a dogfight. Okay, they're going to go blow for blow, and pretty much now Xbox is pretty much flexing their muscles and kind of calling the shots, and PlayStation really can't handle that. I'm not pointing no fingers. It's just pretty much all entertainment for me, because I like both sides. I don't choose sides, but it's just entertaining to see how they're going at it. I'm just like the kind of person that's just standing back watching them dog fight. Like, wow, really like watching them go at it, blow for blow. And I'm just saying, okay, so now they want to play this little pity. They're crying, just cry everybody a river right now, PlayStation. This ain't even cute. You going all out your way to block the deal, and now you want to play the victim. You want to play the victim after you stole Spider-Man? Like, now you playing the victim? Come on, man. Wow. So okay, it's okay if you take a big. I mean, see, this should have been Xbox argument. You know, trying to plead their case in the courts and say, hey, to get this deal passed, okay, it wasn't fair that they stole Spider-Man. They took it and ran with it. Why can't we have a big IP that we didn't make on our console as well to go toe to toe with Spider-Man? Because Spider-Man is a huge character by himself. He don't even need the Avengers. He don't need Venom. Just alone, Spider-Man is just as big as the Avengers by himself. Just like Batman. So if Xbox going by Batman and Call of Duty and make them exclusive, they're gonna fight to the end. They're gonna. I'm talking about, man. It's gonna be a console war that you probably never seen, and it's getting to that point because I really think it's about to get a lot worse. I don't think it's gonna get better due to the fact that they really feel like that's too much money is gonna be lost if they get Call of Duty. You know, because Spider-Man is going to be pretty much like one and done. People are not going to continue to play Spider-Man as much as they're going to play Call of Duty. Come on now. You're not going to wake up early in the morning. For the majority of people, not going to wake up sun up, sundown, and play Spider-Man like they're going to do Call of Duty. You can't play it with your friends. Ain't no multiplayer on there. You can't cross-play. So, like, that is the point that everybody was trying to make. Is that they should have already had a first-person shooter multiplayer game in the works for this generation here, so that it wouldn't have to be this dogfight. I'm just saying, like, how is that fair? They have to make it make sense. They're gonna play the victim. Really, you're gonna steal Spider-Man and cry about Call of Duty leaving? I mean, these are grown, man. This is grown people, like grown-ups. These people are old, crying about exclusive. Whoa, is Call of Duty going to be exclusive? Okay, here, we'll give you Spider-Man now. How many years? Except 4 years, 5 years later, we're gonna give it to PC, just to shut Xbox up and just so they can keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. That's pretty much what this is all about. It is all about keeping Call of Duty on PlayStation, keeping the rights to keep it on PlayStation. It's this whole Spider-Man coming to PC. That's them showing a little love to Xbox, but not all the love. They're showing like 50% love, because if it was 100% love, you would have released Spider-Man on Xbox Game Pass. You at least let it come to Game Pass, but you didn't do that. You're still kind of locking it down to a certain extent. Like, okay, we're gonna go 50% with it, but we're not gonna always put it back on, Xbox. And they want Call of Duty to stay multi-plat. I wouldn't even be mad if they did. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they only made it for Xbox and left Warzone on PlayStation. They can do it that way. I don't think it'll still be a really big issue, a real big problem, but it wouldn't be as big as if they took Warzone and the main game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 or whatever else is coming out, and only put them on Xbox. Now that would be a real big dogfight. That would be a console war that we never seen. That would be Ultron and Thanos fighting. It'd be crazy. I'm talking about you want to see some really madness going on out here. If that goes exclusive to Xbox, guys, I don't even know. I think they may just shut down the whole industry because it's going to get too crazy. They don't want this type of competition, and Sony is known for stealing great ideas and IPs from people. Think about it. Even back in the day, this is a whole different generation. This is back in PS1, PlayStation 1 versus Sega Saturn. They took a lot of Sega great ideas and ran with it. That's why they knocked Sega off early. So PlayStation always been stealing IPs and great ideas from people way back in the day. Look at Sega again. Sega tried to come out again on Dreamcast. They knocked them off again, stole 2K and ran with it. How do you think 2K is even out? Because of Sega. Because of Sega, they stole 2K way back, but nobody talks about that. Like, they don't even acknowledge that point, that Sony always been thieving and running with stuff, just taking stuff. See, they always been takers, and now when somebody takes something from them, they can't take it. It's like a kid. You know, the kid never played with a toy. It's just sitting in the toy box, collecting dust. As soon as another kid come over and try to grab the toy, they throw this temper tantrum. That's pretty much what PlayStation is doing right now. Throwing a temper tantrum. These grown people in the courts fighting it out, dog fighting in court about, oh, you know, you don't need to make Call of Duty exclusive, but we can do what we want and steal Spider-Man off Xbox and won't even let the Avengers game have Spider-Man. The Avengers. Nobody even really cares about that game. That game is probably at an all-time. That game been dying off. That game was dead on arrival. Characters don't even look like the people. So what we playing? Legoland or something? It was like, what's going on here, man? Like, why y'all even make this game? The main storyline, this little girl you're running around with. This should have been Black Widow or something. Like, what? I didn't care for the story or nothing. It was a great game. When you got into it, it became a good game, but I just didn't understand the game. You know, they didn't even let Spider-Man be released on Avengers, a DLC, bro. I was like, that if that's not the ultimate lockdown anti-consumer move, which it came back to bite them in the end, it's actually hurting. It actually hurt them more than helped them. Because when this deal got announced, bro, that Call of Duty can possibly be exclusive to Xbox, that bust everybody bubble. Bro. Like, everybody was like, what is going on? Is this real? Am I being pranked? They dropped 70 billion, which is like that within that next week or so. Sony lost 20 billion in stocks. Everybody was just leaving Sony left and right. So that's why you got Spider-Man on PC now. They have to make up all that lost money because of this deal. So now they got to double back. They got to backtrack. Okay, we want to release this on PC now. Now we want to be buddy with Microsoft. Sony needs Microsoft now. They need some of this money, some of this Thriller, Skrilla, McNilla. Oh, now you need our help. Oh, you want to go make Spider-Man all exclusive? You want to make Wolverine all exclusive? Marvel ain't no better. They're doing all these backdoor deals. They're agreeing to the deals. So Marvel ain't no better either. Y'all are giving them the sauce. Y'all giving them the recipe to win. But whenever Xbox calling the shots now, nobody really can take it. Because Marvel's probably mad too, because nothing's really performing and working out like everything was agreed. And I heard they've been working on this Call of Duty deal before it was announced. Way before it was even announced to the world. They have already been trying to see what they can do to get this deal done, because they wanted Game Pass to be a juggernaut that they know you can't top it. No matter whatever PlayStation move make, they're not gonna top it. It may be another 20-30 years. Like Sony done killed off every other console probably except Nintendo and Xbox. I gotta give them their props though. They have been around for a long time competing, but the greed have started to take over. Okay, you're worth 135 billion, Sony. You know what I mean? So you got all this bag in the bank, but they want it to be even bigger so they can stay on top and pass it down generation after generation. Of course, everybody's love. Of course, PlayStation have a big fan base. Of course, Xbox have a big fan base. Of course, Nintendo and PC. Of course, all these people got big, huge fan bases. But it's one thing that divides each and every one, and it's that greed. It's that arrogance, that cocky attitude that PlayStation been having for a very, very long time, bro. I mean, they've been having it a very, very long time, and nobody really can seem to just, you know, knock them off that pedestal, knock them off the throne. And now Xbox calling the shots, and they may have not knocked them completely off the throne, but they're tipping it over. And they never had anyone even come close to tipping the throne over. Not even close. And they only had to make one move on the chessboard. and that's Call of Duty. That's the only move they had to make. They only had to make that move right there. That was it. Uncle Phil got in the lab. He went to thinking, man, they made Spider-Man exclusive. Maybe we should make Call of Duty exclusive. If they do, man, you're gonna see a console war here that you never seen before. You guys want to see the real Avengers out here in real life? Let Call of Duty go exclusive. And I'm out. Man, make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button. And if you want to stay updated to all the latest and greatest news, man, click that notification bell. Peace.